there's a lot of food these days that humans consume that just does not. That's the best way I can put it. It didn't exist 20 years ago, and it didn't exist. The farther you go back, it was basically just a fundamental building blocks. There's always variations and innovations that come with food in every generation, but over this last generation, we have seen some. I'm just gonna put like abominations on the food market. You got. I know it's gonna be like just y'all gonna feel like I'm on some soapbox here when I'm telling you this. Avoid Coke and Pepsi products with a dire disdain. I said that all. I fucked it. I'm not good at the English language. Not as good as I'd like to be, but I think you get too good, you kind of become a pretentious prick. But not always. Definitely not always. So it's not that all Pepsi products and all Coke products are bad. It's the fact that these companies have no problem using substandard ingredients for their products. There are many soft drinks on the market that do not use high fructose corn syrup. They do not use very aggressive preservatives for their food. And I would advise that if you still have if you still like, I've been off Coke products and Pepsi products for going about 4 or 5 months now. And it's not the first time I've just cut it out entirely, but I've had it with their fuckery. The better, because I still, like I said, I still enjoy soda, but I switched to a more, not like some alternative soda or anything like that, but it's Boland's sodas. They come out of New Jersey or New York, I remember, but I'm a big fan of root beer, and they make a exceptionally delicious root beer, and they make it with cane sugar, and there's like only 4 ingredients on the bottle. There's no drag when you drink it, so that's a big factor there. But your body's gonna want to crave, naughty stuff. You're gonna want to eat salty, sweet things, especially if you grew up eating that kind of stuff. So fighting the nutritional battle will be a hard battle for some people to fight, but it's a battle that's worth fighting, because at the end of the day, you can become more like the human being that you should be, as opposed to, what society made you. And I mean that in the most respectful sense of the idea that, we humans created civilization in order to enhance our lives. And somewhere along the line, we started de-hancing each other's lives. Not necessarily on purpose, but because it's profitable. I chop down a bunch of people here and prevent them from doing this, or trick them into buying this, and now I'm doing great, so go me. So I think a lot of selfishness, a lot of greed had to do with that, and the fact that we're all living in close proximity with each other, even in some of the most rural areas nowadays. What one person's actions can really get around. So, by these companies basically not caring about, what nutritional effects their products are having on people, they've kind of given the green light for us to destroy ourselves. Because, in civilization, we give things the benefit of the doubt. Well, it's here in front of me. If there was a problem with it, somebody would have taken it off the market, right? Well, that's just not the case in some areas, in some countries. So, the nutritional battle is a hard battle. Maybe for you, it's the mind thing that's going to be the thing that's messing with you. You're dealing with some stuff that happened a long time ago, or, you just can't get out of this funky mood that you're in. Some people, it might be the tendons. It might just be strengthening. I tell you, when I was young and I first started getting into a stretch routine, I hated it. I absolutely freaking hated it. And a part of me still does hate it. That's the best part. I don't want to shy away from that, because a lot of people talk about, oh yeah, exercise is great. No, it's not. It's terrible. It hurts every freaking time. But you kind of get addicted to it after a while, because you see the effects that it has in your life, and the longer you stick with it, the better it's going to be. And I want to go off a side note here because skallagrim, you in the video you posted, you brought up external factors in our fitness, and you're absolutely right. There are external factors that you cannot control. So if they happen to you and you do get overweight or you do get out of shape, live with it. It's perfectly fine. It's it's normal to be deformed and flawed in some way, shape, or form as a creature. I'm not even saying as a human. It's part of the process, trial and error. So, and I know that sounds easier than it actually is, because when you're actually in a dire situation because of external forces, I mean, it might as well seem like it's going to take an eternity to get through with it. But, luckily humans only live average 80 to 100 years. Our pain and suffering is limited to just one life. So, there's that. That may have just destroyed somebody out there, but we'll see. Well, never mind. I'm just going to move on. Number 4. Because I know this video is probably at this point getting drawn out. I know it's been chopped into 3 parts, and I'll try and edit it all together, though. I might just throw them all up tonight, though, as different parts. Consistency. And you'll hear a lot of people talk about this. And it's pretty self-explanatory. If I go lift weights tomorrow, and that's the only time I go lift weights, it's not going to have an effect on a couple days. I'll be sore. If I go lift weights tomorrow, by Friday, I'll probably be pretty sore, because you add that with all the extra stuff I do too.